a lot of non-intellectual ones out there too. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, yeah. I won't lie. I don't get it that bad. I see like some other folks who are creators, like male creators on this space. I'm like, oh, you get all of this. I'm like, I'm glad because I could never deal with these people. There's no way. So I'll give a shout out to my orbiters. They're not they're respectable people, like, and they don't look like like they've been passed around to LA. So I'm grateful for that. I feel like also what you put out there is kind of dictate what kind of women are going to be drawn to it for the most part. Up to a certain level. I think past a certain level, then you get everything. But
For sure.
I wish I had a girl, but then like whenever I'm like about to wife up a girl, like I get in this mode where like when I work, like I don't want to try to think about anything else, and so it gets like distracting because like I've never had a relationship, so like I really don't know the work that like it has to go into it. But then like when I start to see it, like that, like because my filmer, I brought him. It was me, my filmer, my editor. We went out to the UK for a month, and I brought them with me. And it's like their girlfriends are just stuck here, you know. And it's like, yeah, it's putting strain on their relationships, but it's like work. But then I was just thinking about, bro, what if I had a girl?
yeah,
How do you feel about what kind of like woman? I have no idea where you stand on like red pill, all that shit or whatever. Like, what kind of woman do you want? Like, is ideal for you?
Oh man, I need 10 girls.
Okay,
You
so
know,
you go. I
they
got
have
you.
to
All
be
right.
doing the dishes. You know, laundry folded. No, I'm just playing. Bro, I just want like a good, like a good girl, like a good woman that just, you know, that it's not all like about like me. Like basically, I want to find a girl like when I meet her, like she doesn't know who the fuck I am. She doesn't find out till like a month or two later, and then like I want her to like just be like kind.
Here's like my
You
question
know,
is like, if she was somebody that worked in like the YouTube or streamer world or whatever, would you like something like that, or would that be horrible for you? Like, you don't want to fuck with anybody like that.
I can tell you, I ain't. There's no way that I would get with her.
like I thought it would be different when you mess with someone in the YouTuber world, but like you just realize that really like all girls are the same, bro. Like they want like attention, and like that's not bad at all, and they deserve it. But it's just like at this point that I'm at right now, especially with me wanting to grind and how young I am, it's just like I can't give that attention, so it's just like a lot harder for me. But like I feel like eventually I will find that girl, and she'll be the one. Because they're out there, bro. Like, I know social media makes it look like they're non-existent. They're out there, but, like, it sucks. But a lot of these girls are getting snatched up in fucking high school. And they end up dating these niggas for, like, 20 years and getting married and shit. So,
Damn, dude, you're 21 now. I'm not trying to discourage anyone in chat, but yeah, dating when you're past, like, 30, if you're trying to find people your age, that's a very special challenge. Holy shit.
bro, it's hard dating now. Because, like, besides when I, like, fucking go out to film, when I'm going out to film, I'm not worried about girls. And then I don't, like, you know, even when I'm hanging out with my friends, I don't go to after parties. Like, I don't party, I don't club, because like, you know, I just don't like doing that. And then not only that, but like even in my free time, like I'm just chilling at home. Like I just like to stay inside, watch movies or read a book or something. So it's just so fucking difficult to like date. I would say it's even more difficult to date in nowadays, because unless you are fascinated with going to the club every night and just finding a new girl, then it's hard. Or you're just on Tinder. But I'm banned on Tinder. Like literally my face is banned on Tinder. I can't even fucking make a Tinder.
Nice. Do you, Abba, are you dating somebody right now, or do you say publicly, or?
Yeah, I am.
And there nobody in the entertainment world?
Hell no.
Gotcha.
No, I'm not gonna lie, JiDion, the way you answered it the first time, it sounded like you'd already tried dating a YouTuber and then realized it ain't it. So the whole chat's losing their mind. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard it too, I'm like, oh, sounds like he's already been there, done that, and it didn't work out.
It's a cold world out here, bro. JiDion just wants to find love.
Hey man, you know what I'll tell you? It is work, and it is like effort. I don't know. Maybe you understand this more from like a biblical perspective, but I think like the whole idea of labor and relationship sounds unappealing to people, because they're like, "Well, relationship's not just fun," and I'm like, "No, stupid. It's not just fun. It can have a lot of fun, but it's not just fun. I think once people see the more difficult parts of it, they're like, ugh. It's even like that when you hear people talk about kids, like, oh my God, you got to change diapers and like clean up after them. Like, yeah, but do you understand even like the joys of that shit? Like, you even think about the upside, or you just think about, oh, responsibility. I don't like that. But I think as an adult, as you get older, the idea of responsibility is not so off putting. And you get to realize like there's a huge upside to these things that you invest in, and they become rewarding, much like friendships. You know, friendships are not just fun all the time. Sometimes you got to be there with your homie when they struggling, when they going through shit. You got to do stuff that you don't necessarily love doing because you want to support people you care about. And yes, those are responsibilities, understandable, but they're also part of what makes the whole bond rewarding. The downtimes, it's like one of the highlights of my year, oddly enough, was watching my very close homie struggle for almost a year and a half with something that was extremely difficult, and then watch him come out on the other side into a place that's so much better. It's like, yeah, I had to spend a lot of nights making sure, you know, he's still here. I had to make sure that he was good in a lot of ways, and that's a lot of strain and responsibility on me. But I would not trade that for the world, because I get to see him in a better place now, and we get to come out and enjoy and think back and all this shit. So it's work, undoubtedly, and the work that you're doing is great, but there's other forms of labor that may not show up in numbers on TikTok or YouTube, but they still matter.
Here, something. Or go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, and I'm realizing that, you know, it doesn't matter like how many numbers. Like, bro, like, having a video hit like 10, 20 million views, like the first time, it's a big dopamine hit, but like, you know, when I tell you now, like, I get like no satisfaction from like looking at views or anything. Like now I feel like it's more just about like experiences. Like recently I was in Paris. I spent the night in the catacombs, just like wandering around. I went to fucking Juggalo Fest, seeing a woman pee in a man's mouth. It's just like doing experiences, and like experience life is like what I've been enjoying more. And then like just streaming, having fun with my chat. Like when like in my free time, it's like, you know, it doesn't feel like work. You know, I'm sitting back relaxing, but it's like I'm still putting in work and hours and everything like that. But like, because my goal is when I'm 25 is I want to retire. And so what would you guys say I need to do? Like,
Wait,
you guys think I need to
retire? When you say retire, just be specific.
Probably just like I'm probably not the main channel stuff anymore, just stream, because like I love it and I'm gonna keep on doing it, but that shit's hard. It's hard doing the main channel.
Well, do you have a financial advisor? Get the finances in order, because I think the main thing that would pull you out of retirement, the two main things are boredom and finances. And
I'm
so
horrible with money. Like literally, if I didn't have money, I would be so fucked. Like I am so bad with money. It's not even funny.
That's okay. That's okay. The good thing about living in this day and age is like there's so much information out there, and so if you need to get information and get smarter about it, great. But even if you don't want to spend that time, get yourself a good financial advisor who can help you set you up for that future goal. That's what I did. I talked to an accountant, make sure all my money's in order so I don't got to get fucked by the tax man. But then also just to start planning for things ahead, investment, stuff like that. So that'd be the first thing. And the second thing is you need balance in your life. When you're this happens to people who leave the military, who leave police forces, who leave a lot of different jobs. It's like once they get out, they start to feel incredibly depressed because they feel like they've lost purpose. And even though retirement sounds good right now because what you're dealing with is difficult, having too much free time will fuck you up as well.
I feel that. Like sometimes I be sad about shit, but it's just like I be so busy, like being on 10-hour flights and shit. It's like I don't have time to be sad. So it's just like I love feeling busy though. That's the amazing thing. Like my calendar's like, bro, if I told everybody in this chat what I had to do like these last 2 months, like I don't think anybody in this chat would be able to do. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie.
You have to do a lot. You have to do a lot.
They would want to do it. I don't know if they could, but I know they would want to. But like, fucking, oh man, I just look at like, bro. So Destiny, you, how long you and your girl been married?
Married, I think like 7 months. We've been together for about 4 years now.
4 years. So like, that's like your soulmate for the rest of your life, right?
Well, I hope so. It's not.
Like, how does it feel like, you know, when you get off stream and you just have her? Like, how does that feel for you?
Super good. But she's like a streamer and YouTuber too. I feel like being with somebody that is in the same world as me is like really important because we can like talk about like shit that goes on and she immediately understands issues. So like if I've got like a rough day or there's like people being dumb online or some stupid shit, like I can talk to her about it and she immediately like understands and stuff. But No, like being able to turn off stream and then go and do stuff with her, or hang out, or just like cuddle on a couch and like watch movies, and having somebody around you just like hug and do stuff with is a really, really big feeling for me.
Fuck, man. Like, I don't have anybody to do that with.
Yeah, that type of shit, being alone. It's not, like, she was just in Austin for a few weeks, like collabing with a bunch of streamers and shit. That stuff can fuck with my head after a while. I guess it sounds bad saying that if you're always alone, but yeah, like not having like somebody to go to sleep with or wake up with or like give hugs and kisses to in the morning and stuff. Like, it's a really nice thing, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, and also think about all the stuff that you just named earlier, JiDion, where you were like, "Oh, went to the catacombs, all this stuff." Imagine having someone you can share that with, you guys can build a lifelong worth of memories. Where you look back, you're like, "You remember when we went here?" And you guys start reminiscing and sharing, and she reminds you about details that you didn't even remember, and it starts to pop off in your head. Those are little things that kind of accentuate every experience you go through afterwards.
But bro, it's like, it's like I can't have those experiences because when I go out to work, it's like I can't really bring them with me, because if I bring them with me, then I'm not gonna be focused on work. And then it's like after I get done with what I'm doing, I get back, it's like I just want to relax. So it's like I'm in a back and forth thing. And so like I be having girls where it's like they actually want to genuinely hear, like, oh, like they actually care, like genuinely, and it's like I appreciate it and like I love it. But then it's like when I have to reciprocate that energy back, like I feel horrible, because like I look at it like I do want to reciprocate that energy back, like, because you deserve it. But it's just like, if I reciprocate that energy back, I'm still working, so my free time is literally gone. So like a lot of girls, like they'll be pissed that like I'll just want to be like just chilling in the bed for the entire day. But it's just like I'm chilling in the bed for the entire day because, like, I'm fucking tired. Like, like, bro,
I think the most important thing, or something that's really big for making a relationship work, is you gotta find somebody that has like a similar overlap in interest to you. It's so important, because then you can nail a lot of that quality time together without it feeling like work. Like if there's something that you both enjoy doing, then you can do it together and it feels like you're relaxing and having fun, but you're doing it and you're sharing the experience with another person, and it doesn't feel like you have to go out of your way to be like, oh fuck, like this motherfucker wants to go here and I just finished working and now I gotta do this shit to keep them happy. Like finding like that overlap of interest is really important, I think.
Here's another thing I'll say. Two things might be true from like what you might be learning from that relationship experience, is that maybe you do need a bit of a better work-life balance in terms of how you're managing things, right? Maybe that's a possibility. Or the other possibility is that you haven't met somebody who's down to be extremely supportive and is not necessarily as needy. And I think that in my experience of dating, I've definitely felt different levels of neediness from partners in terms of what they require in terms of time and attention. For some people, it's a lot. They need to be going on dates multiple times a week. They need to be doing this and that. I'm like, bro, I can't do all that shit. And there's others who are like, listen, if we can just enjoy a nice meal together, a couple times a week and this and that, especially when you're in a busy work period, then they're good. And then when you're not in a busy work period, you do a little bit more. So it's not all the same. Trust me. There's different levels to all this shit.
No, yeah, but like I don't want people in the chat to think like, they're like, damn, it sounds like his like work. Like, bro, the thing is like the reason why I would like end this stuff is because I love what I do more. Like, I know it's like probably sounding like don't get me wrong, I know it's work, but like the process, like I love the process of making videos more than like the uploading like literally, like I'm in my zone the most, I have the most fun, and it got me to where I'm at. And so that's why, like, I'm sacrificing all this stuff. Like, bro, you know how bad, like, fucking the days I have off, like, I'll be wanting a girl to come over, right? Like, I'll be like, oh, yo, come over. But, like, I'm trying to get this girl so I can to come over, like either in the morning or midday, because I'm like, oh, I got to stream at night. And then she's like, oh, I don't get off till 8. It's like, fuck, I'm going to be streaming. And it's like, how long are you going to be streaming to? It's like, oh, I don't know, probably like anywhere to 6 to 8 hours. So it's just like, okay, well, I'll just talk to you another time. And then
yeah, it's super cringe in normal sense, especially because we talk a lot about shit like related to sex and everything on my stream, and I kind of have a reputation for whatever. But like, I've canceled dates and shit because there's either something going on, or it's like, I don't want to see this bitch now because if I see her here, it's gonna like fuck my whole day of streaming up. And like, there's been times where it's hard to explain to people, because when you describe it to people, you sound like a workaholic. But generally, if you enjoy this line of work, it's really fun. It genuinely is like super fun stuff to do. Like, it's not like it's a grueling thing. Like, it's a lot of work to put out a YouTube video or to do a stream or research for a debate or whatever. But at the end of the day, you love doing it. It's probably the reason why you got as far as you did,
No, yeah, most definitely. And I love it. And then I gotta realize, bro, I'm only 21, so fucking I'll figure it out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Eventually.
Also, it could just be a rich experience for you. You don't have to take it so seriously or think about like we gonna get married. Just go for it, give it a shot. You know what I mean? Try to balance those two things out, see how you feel, and if it's not working, then you can go from there. But give it a shot so you can actually get that learning experience instead of just like being on the outside looking in all the time. You get me?
No, yeah, man.
'Cause you don't want to be hitting 30, never having ever had a relationship, and then trying to figure it out at that point. Because most of the people you're gonna try to date are gonna have multiple relationships, gonna know a lot more, and then you're gonna be completely in the dark. So, yeah, you know, it's a new thing. Just like you went to the catacombs, try a relationship. Might teach you a lot.
I got arrested in Paris as well.
Oh yeah, how were the French police?
Oh man, I can't spoil why I got arrested because it's gonna be part of something big. But fuck, it's better than American jail. I'll just say that.
How's that?
They gave me my own cell. What else? The food was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
How much time do you spend in American jail? I don't know any of your lore.
So the American jail, I was in there for like I think 18 hours, and the French jail, I was in there for 22 hours.
Okay, gotcha.
And you know what's crazy? So I had put on my story. I was like, I put the niggas in Paris on my story. I made a TikTok, and I had posted it on my story, and then they looked my channel up and stuff. And I'm sitting in like the police station. Then the officer comes back and he's like, do 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 do. And I was just like, what? And he just did it again. He was like, do 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 do. I'm like, I don't understand. And then the officer said, niggas in Paris. And like the way I looked at him, he's like, I saw it on your story. And I wanted to laugh so bad. Like, that shit was so funny.
You wanted to laugh, but he wasn't black, so
He was.
You don't want to be a Nick Fuentes 2.0.
Oh no.
But I wasn't even offended. That shit was funny.
Wait, what? He wasn't black?
No, he was white. White
They don't give a fuck. Let me tell you, over there, they don't give a fuck about that word. They'll say they don't care. The racial dynamics in France.
Dude, European racism hits different, man. We're like in the West is like, I don't know if white people can have dreadlocks. And then like in fucking Europe, they've got like discount sales for fucking bananas to throw at every black football player, like across half the fucking continent. Like it's insane. Holy shit.
All right. That's a bit exaggerated.
I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of shit. If it's bad enough, no. I don't know. I've seen a lot of crazy shit happen in Poland. I've seen
brothers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I gotta defend. It's not what you described, but it is different. 100%.
Okay, it's also a little bit. Hold on, you're privileged. You're the racially privileged one here. Okay, in this sense, because a lot of Europeans are also racist as fuck against non-black people. Okay, as soon as you start bringing up certain flavors of white people, as soon as you start talking about like some Eastern European shit, don't even start with the G word, the gypsies. Oh man, dude, Europeans can get wild. Europeans can get wild on some racist shit.
Hold on. If you're saying I'm privileged because I'm not a gypsy, then sure,
exactly.
I guess.
Yeah, you are privileged.
Sure,
you are privileged. Okay.
How many gypsies even exist? Like,
well, after Hitler and the rest of Europe, not many more left, my dude.
To be fair, gypsies deserve it.
Jesus Christ. Look, and there it is.
Hold
now
on,
we just see it. Now we just imagine if I said black. Yo, I want to ask you a question, Abba. How would you feel if a KKK guy was here and he said black people deserved it, huh? Bet you wouldn't feel too good about that one, would you?
Yo,
bro,
gypsies are wild. Gypsies are wild.
I was gonna say I reacted to your guys' new video on my stream. I loved it. When you were calling out Ethan. That shit was so funny.
Oh yeah. Destiny doesn't think Ethan's a bad person or racist at all.
Well, hold on. I didn't say he wasn't racist. I don't think he's a bad person. He's just kind of dumb.
I don't think he's necessarily racist. I just think he thinks in his head black people just need a little extra help.
And it might be subconscious. He might not even be consciously doing
it.
No,
it is subconscious because like he couldn't understand what I was saying the whole time, and he was doing the exact same thing I was saying the entire time. So it's definitely subconscious.
Yeah, listen. As far as the Corey Kenshin thing, somebody asked me, like, "Do you think it's racially motivated?" I'm like, I don't know. And the truth is, you have to say that about most racial stuff because you don't know.
You really don't.
This is my personal opinion. I think racism, as far as people are concerned, is never as bad as they make it out to be, but it's never as good as other people make it out to be. You have some people who's like, unless you got a fucking video and audio recorded, I'm like, listen, it's never always going to be that direct. There's definitely a bunch of racism that goes right underneath the detectable scale where you can't definitively say it. So that's why I keep my mouth shut about it most of the time because I'm like, I can't. So I don't say it. But There's definitely been a couple times in my life where I have said it, and then it was confirmed later. I'm like, bitch, I wasn't crazy. And without that definitive proof, you would have never believed me. But it doesn't mean that what I thought was there wasn't there. And so, I don't know. I just like I like acknowledging both of those sides, because I definitely know some people who just say, "Oh, well, it must be white supremacy." I'm like, bro, that's a cop out. So
Sure.
to me, that's how I feel about it.
Miss keeps reacting to my video right now.